Anyway, so we're going into game number 1 here.
Chavo is a god. Truth. Truth. Hallelujah. Thank you, guys. Zodi, nothing but love. Low-key, you know the same.
Yeah, game number 1 between these two here. Down there on the pressure. Ooh, almost catching with the C4 as well. Kid Pelca putting on this early pressure game. Trying to go for forward smash read at the ledge. Pelca is committed to staying back, but Interrobang also very much committed to just going for the zoning game. Trying to rack up the damage slow. These side B ticks are so good in this matchup, that free 10%.
People asking me for money all day.
Spectre taking money from you. Him and Retro both taking money from you. And Pelca trying to take money away from Interrobang, taking that first stock.
My money and I want it now.
It's my money and I want it now. Am I supposed to hand this over to him or something?
I don't care.
Here you go. The transfer fee. Yeah, both of them. Here's Bow. Oh. All right, goodbye. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, but anyways, back on this though. Pelca trying to find his landing there. That was almost a good idea, trying to throw out that up B at the landing there. I like how aggressive Pelca can get on his landings to throw people off, just dropping down with those back airs.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid for this. Fucking it.
So all right, so Chavo is now gone. And it is myself. And Interrobang able to take the stock out. Pelca going to come back down and land on the stage, trying to continue to force pressure. Throwing out the up smash to try to catch him. And he's going to catch him on the bottom on the up B attempt. I like how he does it. He puts it right at the edge there so he can catch him. And I'm joined by Hindsight.
Yep, Hindsight signing in here. Looking at Interrobang Pelca, who I believe...
Double Quite literally said, I'm not getting paid to cast any more Interrobang, so he left.
Did Interrobang knock Pelca into losers?
Yes,
yeah,
yes he did.
So this is the run back.
Before Interrobang, it was Mario Snake first, and then it was, Mario against Shoker first, and then Mario Snake. Well, you know what? Never mind. You get it.
They've been having this little rivalry over this season, just constantly having to play each other. Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, Interrobang has been performing so well throughout the season, but Pelca just constantly performing well out of state as well as in state, just constantly racking up big wins. But Interrobang definitely solidifying himself a high ranking, I believe, in this next upcoming season. He is just putting in so much work.
I mean, you don't get to losers finals consistently and like that, you know,
with the Joker pick too. It's allowed him to have someone who can box. He doesn't have to just deal with the zoning game of Villager anymore. He has an opportunity to close things out when he gets this Arsene.
And that's what we're really seeing here, because you know he used to have that really patient play with his Villager, making sure to just kind of space people out, and once they can get around that, they haven't been able to do
even
much.
a situation like that right there with the Villager, it's pretty much just you go for a bowling ball in that situation. Why would Pelca stay still? You know, a grab is probably going to happen maybe, but that back air with Arsene allowed him to get that kill instead. Like, it allows him to play a much different pace of game rather than just zoning with the guns.
Exactly. You see him right now just doing a great job of avoiding these projectiles and actually forcing, oh, it looks like he got sickied. Waiting for it, oh, and there it goes.
Yeah, that was good patience on Interrobang too. A lot of people, when they get that, they keep clicking their shields, hoping to parry it or something, and it's just a free, good position for Snake if you do that.
Yep, and now he did the Rebel's Guard in an aerial. Got the
that was a jab block. He could have probably killed him there if he decided not.
Yeah, and up there, the Cypher not going to finish it, but he has Snake off stage. Great tech by Pelca. Setting up shop, trying to make sure that there's no pressure coming in.
He immediately put that C4 out too after that tech. That was really good mental awareness because he's trying to catch Interrobang running back in to close the gap again.
Exactly, and a great job of shielding the gun downwards, knowing that it's a safe enough pressure, including the aerial after it.
Yep, backdoor still not going to kill, 178%.
And without Arsene, it's going to be the
he's
aerial
got a long
is
way to
not
go to get back to Arsene too.
Now these projectiles coming in. Ooh, and that's a C4. Wasn't being careful enough.
Yeah,
And
Interrobang
that's what
actually
happened.
like he had to look at his face like that was there. Like it's so hard to keep track of that because you got Nikita coming at you. And the missing Nikita right before that, he put C4 down. In the positioning on where he had it right on the platform, it could easily get lost in the background. So that was really good mental awareness from Pelca to kind of layer things. And you can only avoid it so much.
Exactly. One of the things is when you're playing Jokers, some people, even people who are just so used to playing against like a snake that are always worrying about the C4, every now and then it'll sneak by you. And you got to have the confidence to pull the trigger on those C4s if you really want to get the kill for some people. And now we're seeing the Diddy Kong. Seeing it was a close match. It was a bit of a comeback through Pelca's part.
I'm just surprised that on a game up he decided to do it. But actually, I've been waiting for this to happen. It might be because I think it has to do with the fact that he went to FP.
Definitely.
They're discussing something with stages over there. Huh?
In games. In
Character first.
no in
Actually,
in
no,
game
that's-
two.
that-
In
that's-
games 2 and onwards,
that's-
it is stage first,
Yeah.
then character.
Yeah, character first before the set starts. You get to counter pick your character to the stage that's picked.
A little rulings question happening.
And then you get the opportunity. And you can choose to counter pick that Diddy.
So we're still
Little
seeing
bit,
a Diddy
little bit
here.
of yeah. So he's gonna counter pick the villager to the Diddy.
Yeah.
So the way it works for anybody who who didn't understand what happened is after a first game, it's not like most traditional fighters where you have to stay with your character and then the person who lost gets to choose to counter pick said character. In this one, it's you counter pick a stage, and then that person who won could choose. Okay, I will pick another character, and then you have the opportunity to choose to counter pick that character. So there's a couple more layers to it.
And with that, we're seeing the classic Interrobang villager that has been infamous, but to say the least, inside this region.
Yeah, and how quickly did he pocket that banana? Like, this is a huge reason why he switched to it, to just remove banana from the picture. But with these Diddy Kong buffs, Diddy Kong has more options now. Like, for instance, that dash attack, you can actually confirm off of that now. And the fact that up smash and stuff kills, up B recovers so much faster now. Like, Diddy Kong got so many good things in this patch.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that Pelca also a veteran with Diddy, using him plenty in Smash 4 alone.
Yeah, it's not like it's brand new. Like, he's used to this. It was pretty much his primary character throughout the last game. But also on the same hand, Interrobang played a lot of Diddy Kong matchups with this villager and the last game as well. Very prominent character. So in this one, this is going to be much more of that long, drawn out, like,
It's more
patient
methodical
style.
play.
Yeah.
You really have to pick and choose your times where you're going to approach here. Because even though Diddy has the banana that in most matchups can be really just like exert so much pressure just by existing.
Thank goodness though that at least we're on this stage because this music is amazing.
Yeah, everyone's going to be dancing to it. Even you see Diddy clapping to the beat there.
Diddy clapping him up. We had a shot power up from Toei for that. Right
Almost catching that re-grab with the downer, but just going to miss it. Now we
Just-
see with the monkey flips, really trying to exert that pressure and going one step too far, getting up-aired by Interrobang, who's already
Yeah.
set up that tree.
Yeah, he's sticking with the zoning game. Like, oh wow, just flying right in there with the barrels, trying to catch him off guard, which he did.
But not enough to get the kill, but
Well, the classic,
still-
the up air, not gonna kill, but
still getting that damage on there. That's what you're going to need. Eventually something will kill, and that's the important part.
exactly. You gotta continue to just establish that pressure. It's a long game. You have 7 minutes to play, and I think that's pretty much where we are at this point. Like, Interrobang knows he's gonna play a long game. Pelca wanted an air dodge so bad. He wanted him to give it to him. He just never did.
Exactly, and Interrobang so used to the scenario, like you said, with all this Diddy experience, understanding that he doesn't need to commit to an option right now. He just needs to land.
Yeah,
He's in the lead.
Exactly.
He just needs that damage.
Why commit to a defensive option when I'm a whole stock up and I can see your mix-up game is just not working? Like, there's nothing you can do to get me to pull the trigger. I'm just gonna keep playing patient.
Pelca looking like he really needs.
there we go.
Yeah, there goes that up tilt. The last game. Did a great job. Oh, and getting hit by that bowling ball.
Yeah, that's
Gonna be a
exactly what
quick
we need to
stock.
close it out and add a fresh stock again too. So Pelca finally closing the gap to have it immediately shut back out on him again.
Exactly. Interrobang, if there's any type of playstyle his villager has been infamously known for doing. It's war of attrition, a battle of wits, and he just wears down opponents who are not.
Yeah,
willing
wears
to-
down opponents
to-
is definitely the nicest way to put it. Like, but it's a strong playstyle. Like you see stuff like Street Fighter, or you see gimps like that. You come in a
Yeah,
little bit too hard off
sheesh.
stage, you just get just
Diddy
poke 'em.
Kong, just like the last game. In the barrels, you hit him with like any sex kick, it's just gonna knock him out, and that's gonna be it.
Yep. But like I was talking about just prior to that, like Street Fighter with Guile.
Especially with that. Yeah.
Old Sagat. Yeah, especially with Guile. Deadpool and Injustice, or like other games that involve a lot of heavy zoning and footsie games. You have to learn how to play against that face-to-play style. It's a strategy to win. Stop that. It's a strategy to win. And you gotta learn how to deal with it. It's frustrating as a player to learn because it's not something you deal with often, and you really want to break your controller sometimes learning how to do it. But it's a play style you have to learn how to do, and it works maximized for Interrobang, and he plays in his baits.
It's definitely something that comes with a lot of payoff, and you got to remember that
true payoff. He's walking away with money,
and that's why it was very risky for him to do it when he won, to decide to go to Diddy Kong, because he could have gone counterpick. It's one of those strong strategies where we feel like it'd be better if he lost, because at that point that Joker would have to stay there. And now we're in this situation. We're going to see what comes out. Did Pelca get worn down enough? It looks like he's going to be going back to that snake.
How about to excuse me? Or see Marth?
I mean,
I didn't see
who
that
knows?
on the list of additions.
Pelca has been
plays.
known to pocket so many characters. They run deep. You gotta, you know.
Yeah, his pockets really do run deep on that. Like, he plays he's so good at multi-character, and we're going to
and yet
another
again,
stage.
something.
We are having trouble figuring out where we would like to reside. The real estate market is open. Everybody wants to spend as much money as possible. Buy. They should pick a damn stage.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Meanwhile, I'm loving every single one of you who's in chat, by the way. Everybody who sticks with us every single week, I appreciate you all. You already know I got to throw my love to you guys all the time, because I do genuinely appreciate every one of you who tunes in and spends your time with us here. At GVS Weeklies at the Grid. Excuse me, not at the Grid. Here at Nomads.
oh, what's up, Moves? Is that Moves? Moveatronic?
It is a best of 5. Yes, this is
Yeah,
losers finals. Winners, losers, and grands are all best of 5.
Is Pelca going Palutena?
Maybe. Pelca's trying to find something. Like, this Joker's playstyle is all right. So he's got 2 tags for two different for different options.
Looks like
I'm
he might
not
be seeing a spin
genuinely
cycle.
not even surprised if he has a Palutena. Like, no whatsoever. I think is he gonna
Wario.
He's gonna go Wario.
Interesting.
He actually played Wario for a little bit post. Actually, it was right after Light lost to Tweaks Wario at Let's Make Moves. I think it was Let's Make Moves. I'm pretty sure it was Let's Make Moves.
Possibly.
But he saw it and he kind of picked it up, and he also played Brawl out of Brawl, so I'm sure he had some Wario experience in that besides that excellent Falco that he played.
And so right off the bat, some of this gunplay going on, and that's why we go to Yoshi's Brawl here. When he's doing that aerial gun, that platform's going to protect him from getting hit. And right now we're just seeing it as...
You would die for
Pelca-
me even while I'm in caveman mode. I appreciate that. I can't wait to get my haircut, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel I'm going to get one soon myself. But this platform here really going to help Wario in terms of avoiding this
Combo
upward guns.
extensions too, just like continuing to establish the pressure. But I agree, like just right there, like the drop down guns, the pressure that Interrobang normally puts down, it kind of gets nullified there. You can camp under that.
Exactly, and that good back air there, just gonna try to push him off. Looks like he's giving him space. He does not want to contest with this. He understands the situation. Kind of just getting his damage when he can, trying to get under these platforms, and you're seeing this nice little just spot dodges, bears, and a bit of dancing
the
around.
range of that platform stopped the combo extension that Interrobang was looking for there too. He was trying to get the drag hit of the up air so he could jump up and get another combo.
All right, this is gonna be interesting. Before we saw how Pelca was dealing with Arsene as Snake, but as Wario, it might be a different story. Definitely doesn't have these.
I think the main thing he has to worry about is like the guns while he has Mike off stage. But also, Wario has the clutch factor. He has the walk.
Exactly.
So even though he has Arsene, he has his own trick up his sleeve too. He has that clutch trump card.
Great job, great patience of just recovering low, not committing to an option as Interrobang was waiting for it.
Yeah, you see Interrobang trying to just throw out some hitboxes to bait out some options from Pelca. Pelca is committed to staying back. And even though he's behind 100%, he does have the better kill potential right now while he's arsenless. Like that is a huge factor that he has to worry about.
And you see him going for it with that down tilt, possibly looking for down tilt dash attack.
Yeah, definitely at the ledge too. Like if you can catch him off guard, dash attack can also kill as well. I love the cancels that Interrobang does with Joker off stage. That's one of the things that he does that I don't really see as many other Jokers doing. Usually they just go straight for it.
Exactly. As you see it there, just to mix up your opponents, you don't want to just be too predictable. Obviously, they're just going to run around it.
Oh, there it is. Like, he has the bike, so he has a second chance, but that time he's going to go too high, and Interrobang's going to take the first stock. We're at 4 minutes and 30-ish seconds, and that was the first stock.
That's definitely a fact. So here we go. Pelca putting on a bit more aggression. Oh, that air dodge looks like it's going to do it. Yep.
That's exactly what Pelca needed. You take that W every switch chance you can get.
Goes for the up tilt, gets an air dodge, and he's off stage. Now you see this downward gun yet again, putting enough pressure there. And he's the one under the platform now, trying to box him out so he doesn't get there.
Thankfully for Interrobang too, like those tether recoveries really reach real far. Like it's kind of obnoxious how far that tether can go when you have other characters like Simon and Richter who can't even reach that far.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, you want to think about it, like including Ivy's story, they tend to kind of sometimes like lurk above if you're a bit too high up when you do it.
That's a good play, dog.
But you know, Joker kind of just clings to it, and that's just how it is. And now, nice little like boxing, just little hits. He's just kind of giving them some jabs, just trying to exert a bit of pressure.
I like the
not
fact
overextending.
Pelca still looks completely comfortable though, because of the fact that if he gets maybe one nair or one falling up air to a quick combo percent, he's got full wop.
Exactly.
So he can kill Interrobang at any given time, and that's huge in this patient ward because having the ability to close out the stock that much faster is going to be very important, especially his fact that he has Arsene right now.
Without a doubt. And now you see him looking for that up tilt to try and get firm into it. And now we have a little ledge trapping here. Interrobang understanding what Pelca seems to be trying to go for, and just, you know, not approaching too much, understanding that, like, hey, I have better destroys than you when I have my Arsene out, so I don't have to worry too much, and I'm not going to have to go for you.
It's so interesting that it seems like Interrobang tends to play more aggressive while he has no Arsene. Like, because when he has Arsene, he's just reading, trying to get an option. Oh, upbeat. Okay. I was wondering what that was. So it's just upbeat, didn't reach. And unfortunately for him, Pelca actually didn't die to that. But he still has full walk.
And this looks like it could be very dangerous as you see the air dodge. And Interrobang understanding the situation.
He gets a read. Oh, it missed. That was just barely out of the combo window there, and that could have just completely ended the game. Yeah,
the next loss that'll be available will be sometime in sub 1 minute. And right now, with 2 minutes left into this game, 170 on this wall, and that counter gonna kill him.
Yeah, no.
Great job waiting there, understanding that was his only option left.
Yeah, he had no bike to be able to stall, no way to kind of like change up the timing, and that counter was huge. It's so strong too, it's so fast.
Exactly, it has a very big hitbox too.
I'm surprised Pelca didn't go for a rising downer off the ledge after that missed tech, because that could have thrown Interrobang off. And Interrobang finally starting to get some momentum back here now too.
Yeah, Pelca being a bit too aggressive, committing to some of these aerials that he kind of doesn't need to. He has this lead here, and even though Arsene is off the table, his bike, as for example, is on the stage, needs to be either destroyed or something else.
Interrobang is absolutely outplaying this Flipsy game right now. Like over his past stock, like it's still 97-62, but he's completely been running back. Oh, he's trying to go for a carry tomahawk into a grab. That would have been a really good big brain play, but Interrobang just been on the move. He hasn't worried about that.
Yeah, I think Interrobang has not been like really. He's never committing to an option. I feel like if Pelca ends up going for a call-out option, for example, like just kind of going for a back air right there,
yeah, there he is.
It'll happen.
He is so lucky that the fact that that after he lost his bike, those guns didn't hit him, because he had no other option here. He already expended his jump. That could have been it right there. But I think that's another part of why Interrobang like reached his head so far back. For one, it was a long match.
Yes.
But for two, he missed the potential kill right there and got reversed, trying to get off stage too quick, and that ended up closing it out.
Yeah, while we have been seeing a lot of non-committal options by Interrobang, especially in these close quarter encounters, I feel like if Pelca capitalizes that by doing some call-outs, it'll really force him to start doing these options a bit more. We're just seeing him just not committing as much, especially in these close places.
It was so weird to see the fact that Wario versus Joker ended up being like so much slower than like the Snake versus Villagers have been. Like, I could not believe that that match went as slow as it did, but it, you know, it was on Pelca playing it right. Like, he's like, all right, look, I'm gonna play it patient. Why should I commit to going in? All that's going to do is going to cause me problems. I have Waft, I have a trump card. Now he switched back to Snake on PS2. Now he's going to throw off Interrobang because the fact that Interrobang committed to approaching so much more, he's going to take more trades.
Yeah, very interesting how the game that Interrobang usually plays with Villager is the game that people have to play against his Joker at times. And he seems to be kind of thriving on it because he understands the patience game. And so when these other players are doing just a good job of waiting a couple things out, committing when they're supposed to, but not being overzealous.
Yep. If you want to thrive in a meta, you got to evolve.
Exactly.
And you know, all these players around here succeed for a reason. And Interrobang is one of those players who puts on that work and succeeds too. People have to know how to adjust to it. Sometimes aggression isn't the way. Playing as just as patient might be the way.
And you see that right there with that pressure from those double up smash. Pelca just waiting there for an option, and Interrobang actually getting a bit scared.
Yeah, I think a big part was Interrobang got he got a litlittle bit caught in the headlights because Pelca ran to go cover the roll. Because most of the time people want to mash out and roll out of there, right? You know a grab or a potential up smash is going to land on you. And he kind of got a little bit short-sighted on that. So that was a good call from Pelca there. Up air
and it's
also
a great
kill.
call from Joker. He just had such a great exchange of keeping him in disadvantage, and that's exactly how you should be playing versus Snake.
I think that's the big reason why I like Interrobang's Joker so much in terms of his difference between the Villager, is that he can commit to going high and getting these kills and pressure where he just couldn't with Villager. Villager was only horizontal-based pressure.
Exactly.
Now
it
he
just
has
wasn't
more
an
options.
option. And especially in a game where a lot of horizontal pressure gets you so far, as we're about to see right now.
Yeah,
hitting
no
him
jump
with
as well. He has to land directly on him.
Exactly. Even avoiding these grenade pulls, as many other characters fail to do. Right now, without the Arsene, you see him going for the Rebels guard, trying to fill it up because of Nikita.
That's good knowledge on Pelca too, because he gets to see, like, all right, how's he reacting to when I throw this out? Because he's going to try and put the Rebels guard out there to get that damage.
And a
Maybe
beautiful
he can
job.
fake him out. Gets the spot dodge into up tilt. And Interrobang looking at his last stock of the tournament if he can't close this out.
And you see him going a bit more aggressive now. Wow, great call out with that full hop jump. Just waiting for that aggressive move and just goes for the S smash.
Yep, not done just yet. Getting that forward smash on the landing there. He's still keeping this pretty much dead even.
Gets that Arsene going, and Pelca, seeing this, is playing a bit more cautious now with these grenades.
Kind of needs to, like, he, you know, after that last stock at the very end, there's like, all right, maybe I'll play it more patient, and then got closed out immediately. And Interrobang is playing with a lot more purpose. He knows that he has to close this out in order to get this next game. Like, he's been playing really well all day.
Exactly. And we're going to see how it goes. Another grenade kind of gets in. Downward gun going to explode the grenade that Pelca had in the shield right there. Ooh, and actually hitting him for it.
And Pelca adjusting around it that time, too. It's like, all right, I'm just going to stay in shield this time and try and get you to explode on it. You're trying to reach the right way. He had the right direction, but Pelca jumped a little bit too high.
Exactly. He's going for it again here. Might be reaching a bit too much. That's how he's doing in this last
It's a
stock.
relatively safe option, too, though, because, like, you throw it out and you're so far away. It's like, all right, I tried to go for pressure while they were far away. It didn't hit. Now I can just reset. They get the momentum back, but like a reset.
And he's getting closer and closer to Arsene as they are almost dead even.
Pelca just
If you're
establishing
Pelca,
the fort in the corner there,
exactly.
trying to keep him out.
He might be establishing this fort, but as he knows that Arsene's going to come sooner or later, he's really going to have to be careful.
Yeah, there it is. Now Arsene is online. He has to respect him that much more, but...
And terribly on the other side of where his C4 is, great patience, not getting too pressured, and now there he goes. He's right back
he
at
double rolled to go and get standard stage control to run back to the corner.
Nice air dodge. Looks like throw coming in. Gets the Nikita out. What's going to happen?
Oh, he looked like he was trying to cover that with an up tilt, but he didn't leave hard enough.
Setting up shop in the corner here, understanding that the next hit just might do it from either player, but without Arsene, can this Joker do it?
Pelca was looking for like a way to get back in and try and stop him, maybe on a spot dodge. Trying to go for an up tilt on the landing too, but Interrobang gets away.
I mean, both of these players understanding the reality of this situation. This is one of those do or die moments, and with Arsene looking like the back paddle, he's still going for it.
Oh, he tried to go for the
confirm.
regrab on it, but he drags him off of it instead. That could have been an up smash and ended the game.
With 2 minutes left on the clock, I feel like there's plenty of time for somebody to get something Yeah, what's the grab? What's the throw going to be? Down throw. Mixed up some DI. Did not get the kill, though.
Trying to get him to go off, off balance.
But
the
that
up tilt is going to bring us to
that
game
dagger
number 5.
through toss. Going to finish him off the top there. And we're going to get a game 5.
That move is so ridiculous. Like,
Pretty crazy.
It looks so cool for one, but it lingers so far, and it's surprisingly quick.
Yeah.
Great anti-air option, and Interrobang definitely needed that going to game number 5 here. I don't think we're going to see a spot for carry.
Yeah, definitely, but I wonder what the stage is going to be.
You know what would surprise me amongst them? I don't think Kalos is probably an option, or Smashville.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, especially
they
because
don't want to be a bit too close. They don't want anybody to camp on those platforms
Well,
either.
also, yeah, I mean, Interrobang's got to have some very strong nightmares from what happened with him and Ling Ling on Kalos. But then again, it's Joker now. It's not Village, so he wouldn't get camped the same way. I think that Pelca is probably going to try and find himself onto a town and city or a Unova. It's be one of the two.
Yeah, something possibly with some platforms. He does want something to play around just to make sure, because we don't see Interrobang capitalizing too much versus them.
No, we're going to run it back to PS2. I actually I agree. It was good for both players. It was very dead even. Pelca he lost the lead at the end there, and Interrobang was able to close it out. I think both players are very much happy with this pick that we got going on here. Running it back to game 5. Last potential chance to get themselves into grand finals to take on Light, who's been playing Wolf all day. Trying to get that second place potential money or first.
Yeah, you never know. We could see an upset here.
I love seeing upsets. I'll be real. I always like seeing any rankings to get messed up because it keeps people humble and it forces people to play that much harder.
Exactly. You can't, going back to the same thing every day is not necessarily something that you deem exciting.
Then again, like really strong players, they adapt consistently. So being able to see some strong players play each other, like these two, the matchups are normally, regardless of the fact that it goes so long, the game plan is usually not always the same. Like they change it up a lot along the way.
They've evolved constantly.
See a lot of small
changes. This is why I feel like it's one of the best rivalries we're having, especially at Synthesis. It's just these two. We're always going to be seeing them play each other. They're both always getting this far. And for good reason. These are fantabulous players.
Yeah, and even without Ling Ling being here, this is not like both of these players do well against Ling too in terms of at least getting up to this point. So it's nice to see a change of pace, but they constantly force each other to work that much harder. Pretty much the only person who's been sitting on top is just Light.
Exactly, and it looks like Pelca.
Pelca's gonna find his seat on top.
Yeah, exactly.
He got his own seat up on top there by assistance of Interrobang. Interrobang taking the first stock.
And only 70% for that hit.
Look at that tick damage coming in from that side B.
Exactly.
It's so good in this matchup, especially because Pelca wants to play the trade game, but now not only you take a trade game, but you're taking an extra 10% in the combo extensions.
Exactly, great extension there by Interrobang with the pressure. This time using the platform to his advantage, landing on them. But great job by Pelca there. Gonna finish it with only 47% on him, and just like that, gets half the gauge with his Rebel's guard.
Yeah, that's another big thing for Interrobang in this matchup too, just being able to quickly rack up that Arsene from all of these trade damages. There it is, right on cue.
Exactly, but as you saw, Pelca adjusting, actually baited it out with the Nikita, and was able to get a dash attack off that, but the Arsene coming through.
A solid movement from Pelca there to do the B reverses onto the platform, get himself back down the center stage to get grounded.
Ooh, and just gonna catch that jump ever so slightly. Now it's a dangerous time. Like, is this up air gonna come through? What's gonna happen here? Like, we're not entirely sure. These up to the big situations that you always see when a snake is honestly
super small too. Pelca has to respect pretty much everything Interrobang's putting out, but he has no Arsene now.
It seems like Pelca's kind of just opting for, hey, I really don't think you're gonna be able to kill me with some of these moves, and I'll just take the damage. I'm not late enough percentage. And it looks like he's trying to make some plays of his own. See how he's getting a bit aggressive, and that's why we're seeing these downward guns. And Pelca's just kind of looking for that opportunity.
Yeah, all he needs to do is just get him on one anti-air with the up tilt. Like, just get him around 80%, or I mean not 80%, like around 100%, and that's gonna be it. Oh, he had the C4 in the right spot.
It. That down throw also not finishing it.
Yeah, Interrobang mashing that roll out of there. Yeah, I like it. Just retreat to the ledge. Do not stay up there too long. You're getting called on the back air.
And this down throw, a back throw actually. And this Nikita gonna do a great job of pressuring here. Pelca setting up shop, seeing what he can do, and he rolls right into that back air of Interrobang.
That was a good call from Interrobang, just kind of fading back. Not necessarily, I don't know if he was looking for it, but he just kind of threw it out there as a pressure tool. Like, all right, if you run at me, you're going to get hit. You roll at me, you're going to get hit. That was good. A very good decision from him.
Almost immediately after that stock was taken, he ends up getting Arsene. So now, even though he's at this late percent, you're seeing him being a bit more aggressive as he has a bit more room to play with, considering the extension, like, you know, the range is moves have increased by.
Yeah, he was lucky that he didn't get hit by the up smash there too. Pelca really needs to close this out because Interrobang seems to be feeling himself. He's getting a lot of good calls right now, and this is the point where those side Bs, they're gonna make that much more important. It's like he doesn't have much health to play with here. Trying to go for a long tomahawk attempt there, but Interrobang just staying on the move.
Exactly. This gun movement, which was kind of a bit too much for Pelca, it seems. What's going to happen here? I see just kind of reverse the situation on the edge, and Interrobang just understanding his position. Looks like he's just playing the long game, non-committal, and this looks like it's going to be the stock. Yep. Classic down throw to up tilt.
Yeah, getting him down throw up tilt, like that guaranteed kill, he needed that big time. And it's not like it's out of range at all. We've seen Pelca steal games away with that fair off the ledge many times over. We've seen him run these type of defenses back many times over. But Interrobang,
2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, 2 minutes on the clock, 0%. I think we're going to see exactly what Interrobang's doing right now. He's going to commit to that long game. He's going to play the lazy, slow game because he doesn't want to trade with Pelca right now. Pelca wants him to trade so bad, but he's not going to give it to him.
He understands his position and doing a great job of just trying to finish some of these stocks. Right here, look at the up B. Yep. Gonna come in right there with that forwarder to see if he can finish up.
Oh, he still has a jump to expand. Digs all the way out, but he gets this.
Oh my gosh.
That was almost
that was so
worked.
amazing.
That
wow.
worked. Oh, that reversal ended up working out.
Crazy mix up. That Nikita just forcing this stage back. I don't think anybody expected it. Who knows if Pelca did? But we know one thing, Pelca going to grand finals. Let's see if he can get something like that against Light. Wow.
I don't know whether that was a mistake or one of the most intelligent things that Pelca has ever done.
See, 220 IQ,
we talked about the fair steals that he did before, but off the tech, throwing out Nikita to catch him off guard, he wasn't able to make it back off the up B. That was so smart. Yeah, we're going to get a replay of that again.
Wow. Oh my God.
I have yet to see something like that, and that was... like I said, I don't know whether that was a mistake or that was just super intelligent. But wow, that was such a good reversal of situations because Interrobang was on fire on that last stock. He had all the momentum. He was forcing him off stage. He was converting all of his combos, and then Pelca just snagged the victory away from him at the end there.
I mean, it was also very interesting because at that point, it seemed like Interrobang was committing in that, especially when he had the long game position. He had the percentage. He didn't really seem like but he decided to go for it, as we saw a couple times when he went for some strength.
Yeah, he was able to start going for the zoning at that point. He's like, all right, I have a whole stock up. I'm gonna make you have to come to me, and it was working so well for him. But in that situation there, Pelca got the tech. He put out, like I said, I truly don't know whether it was truly a Hail Mary play, and it worked out. That was,
oh my gosh.
This is why I love watching this game. I was watching all these different situations occur. It was
crawling from the depths there, to say the least. Pelca using the last of his kit, something you wouldn't expect to see in Nikita from somebody off
it's
stage.
Something you can always expect to see if you consistently watch our stream by hitting the follow button and subscribing if